Here comes Daily Brief. The answer to your question is learn the goddamn process, trade your trading plans, don't take too much risk on any one trade, and just let yourself get rich.
All right, I'm here. Hi guys. Welcome back to a very late Eclipse special. I said it. You heard me. It's currently we're in the Twilight Zone. This is not Julian. This is someone else. This is not the camera I usually use, although it looks pretty good today. I don't know why. We've got my scooter in the background there. That's and my plant and printer. Some other stuff. My water. This is my water I get delivered. In Thailand, you can get water delivered to you. It's incredible. Let me bring up the chart here. So, and let me pull up the YouTube so I can see what you guys are saying. If anyone is still awake or alive out there, because I know we are crazy Eclipse level late. Let me pull this up. All right. Why do I have this stuff up? PTT charging stations. All right. We got all these charts ready to go. Loading up what you guys are talking about. Hello, Cotter. Hello, Gills. Oh, fresh well water. We got that when I was a kid. Here I get delivered water from somewhere, but they bring it right to my door, so it's cool. Welcome, and I am sorry for the millionth time for starting so late. It's just Eclipse season. It's the Eclipse. It's the Eclipse. However, yes, whatever you guys want, I will answer any question. We'll talk for an hour and a half. As long as you guys want to talk, I will keep going. I drank a coffee, so it's 1 a.m. here, but I'm fine. I'm totally awake. Yeah, microplastics. I've given up on the microplastics. I try to avoid it where I can, but you know, I've accepted that I have to live with some. I cannot totally avoid it, but maybe Cotter, you can help me figure out how to avoid some. Even right now, I have this. My water is in this plastic thing. I could do better. I could be drinking from some like glass thing. At least I don't order Thai food. If I order Thai food, everything comes in plastic bags. They send super hot food in plastic bags. I'm wearing Under Armour underwear, so I'm probably getting microplastics from that too. Not. Yeah, I'm actually just plastic. I'm not even a real person. That's why my teeth are so white, because I'm plastic. Plastic is normally white. Oh God. Notice how like the lighting changes when I change my screen. Like, look at that. Watch. See that? Because that's the whiteness from the screen. And then we go to the dark. You see? It's cool, right? Yeah. I probably have some. Surprisingly, it still works very well. I wish it didn't work as well as it does. It's annoying sometimes. It's really distracting. Okay, so welcome Forrest, welcome Kitchen and Craft, welcome Zirkala, welcome Cryptonaut. Thank you guys so much for waiting. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you. Gills, welcome. Let's see here. How many hours per day are you trading? Well, it depends on if it's Eclipse season or not. Right now, it's Eclipse season, so I'm trading entirely too much. Maybe like 5 hours a day, 6 hours, who knows. But most of the time, I think I only spend like 30 minutes, 15 minutes checking charts on like super high time frames, because I don't really trade on leverage or anything like that. But because the world is exploding and everyone's screaming at each other, I have to trade more because things are so volatile. That's why. And because I missed something with Bitcoin, and ChatGPT screwed me over. So I don't know if you guys were paying attention to the Discord room, but I actually took a look. Let me get the chart. Let's see. Let me search ChatGPT. ChatGPT helped me make this chart. Let's see, eclipses. I want to show you guys this because let's see, where's my eclipse data? Eclipse. Where is it? Hold on. Eclipse event. Oh, here we go. Here's me stating on September 27th, Eclipse events seem to be totally random. Famous last words right there. Let's see. Here's the chart. All right. How do I, let's pull it over here so you guys can see it. There we go. This is, oh, I can actually open it in my browser. That's better. So here's the Bitcoin price movement, and then all the Eclipse events from 2017 to 2024 created by ChatGPT for me. And as you can see, there doesn't seem to be like, do you guys feel like a lot of these have major price movements? I mean, some seem to be turning points, but others is nothing. Like this is a nothing. This is just pushing the rally that was already happening higher. This is a nothing. This is nothing. We already started declining before it, and the decline, I guess the decline ended at the end of it. So you could say, okay, that was a decline. Okay, this one also caused a decline. This one caused a decline. This one, not that much, but we eventually had a decline. This was a massive increase. This is kind of a nothing. And then this one I would say is a decline. We don't have the data for this because I did it on the 27th, right? So now that I'm looking at it, the window, there does seem to be a bit of movement within that window, definitely some volatility. But when I asked ChatGPT, is there a correlation? Do you see a correlation between Eclipse events and the market movements? And ChatGPT told me no, there's no correlation. He/she, I don't know what ChatGPT, does anybody know the gender pronouns of ChatGPT? Anyone gender pronouns? I think it can be a he or she. It's kind of up to you. I was looking at, you can actually pick different ways to have ChatGPT I guess talk to you. Like you can, there's like 10 different voices. I have to pick one. So it can be a he or a she. I'm not sure which one I want. I think I'm probably going to pick a she. I prefer it. I guess I could say it. Yeah, I haven't been in... See, this is how you know I haven't been in the US for a while, because I don't pay attention to gender pronouns. You know, ChatGPT is great for solving certain things. Like, especially when I get in disagreements a little bit with my girlfriend, which doesn't happen much, but sometimes we do disagree on something, and I just tell her, go ask ChatGPT. And most of the time that works really well, because then ChatGPT confirms that I'm correct. But she has figured out how to manipulate ChatGPT to get her answer. So now I can't use ChatGPT anymore because she manipulates it. That's ChatGPT is subject to manipulation. You can massage it to give you what you eventually want. Not great, but it's very helpful in analyzing text conversations. Like a psychologist, you can say, pretend to be a psychologist, analyze this text conversation, and then it will tell you, like, this person felt this way and that person felt this way, and this would have been a better way to handle the conversation. It's great, very useful in my opinion. Hi Cryptonaut, nice to have you. I don't know if I said hi before, but good to see you. If anybody's here watching, say hello, participate. This is for you guys. So okay, we're gonna look at the market. Enough of me just rambling. I just wanted to talk about the Eclipse thing, and I think I should have heeded my original advice I gave you guys last week, which was avoid any trading this week. I said it last week. Go look at the show. I said, don't trade. Just avoid the market. Now, I wish I listened to that myself. I didn't. If I had, my position financially would be slightly higher right now. Unfortunately, I traded because no correlation. Gonna remember this. I think March 2025 is the next Eclipse event. I'm just gonna take the week off. Brian likes to take like 2 weeks off sometimes. I'll just take it. I'll just take off every time there's an Eclipse event. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Remind me in March. All right, let's get into things. All right, so I wanted to show you fear and greed indicators quickly. So crypto, we went from greed. Literally, is this up to date? Oh, literally yesterday we were greed, and now we're in fear. That's pretty fast. So maybe we're near the bottom. I mean, we got to look at the charts. We'll see. But something to pay attention to. Don't worry for anybody that's a crypto maxi. We will get to Bitcoin. I will talk to it about it. Hello, Ucha. Hello, Dave the Destroyer. Welcome. Yes, happy to do it every Thursday. We're still in greed with the market, so that's interesting. Investor sentiment is, let me see, I think we should have an updated one. Should have an October one. Yeah. So 45.5% bullish, pretty even. I mean, I was looking at this for like 6 months before, and I just feel like it doesn't work that well. So I don't recommend the investor sentiment report. It seems the market's going to do what the market's going to do. Okay, so let's go. Speaking of, let's go to the market. We will get to meme coins later in the session. Right now, we're going to talk about S&P. Everything flows. Okay, so keep in mind that shit flows downhill. And if you're the last thing at the bottom of the shit pile, that's where it smells the worst. And that's when you know that you're now talking about meme coins, because that's the bottom of the pile. So the last thing I will talk about today will be meme coins. We will talk about any meme coins you guys want, but since it's the smelliest of everything, we have to go get to it last. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about that, Mr. Pikachu. Nice to have you. I don't remember having any Pokemon on the stream, but now I have you. I'm excited. So I will make sure that we will talk about meme coins. You're just gonna have to wait like 45 minutes to an hour. But if you leave, I will know. Okay, I expect participation and questions. Okay, so S&P we're gonna start with first, because anything that S&P does affects Bitcoin, and anything that affects Bitcoin affects altcoins and meme coins and whatever weird ass meme that we're talking about now. That's why we're going to do it this way. And we're going to start on a monthly chart. So big thing. All right, first I want to hide this. Let's get rid of this. I only want to see this on lower time frames. All right. So monthly chart, we had a 9 come in. All right, a 9 came in, and that's why you've had kind of this pause for the past 2 months. Also, we've had stagnation with liquidity. They actually pulled back on liquidity. However, this does not include China, and I know China is currently boosting the liquidity, so keep that in mind. But as far as the US market is concerned, there's been no additional liquidity. They actually pulled the liquidity. And you can see Bitcoin coming back, pulling back. Bitcoin usually reacts first to them pulling liquidity, and then the market follows. So Bitcoin is pulling back, possibly because the liquidity was pulled out, not necessarily because of the Eclipse event. Maybe it's all just, fugazi, and they're just manipulating it and making it seem like that. Old man Brian, welcome. Oh, yeah, I can give a Alibaba. I think actual Brian has given Alibaba updates, and we even did a research report on it, and Alibaba's up like 50% since then. So congratulations if you took that trade. You probably made money. But yes, I will talk about Alibaba. Sure. Okay, S&P. I'm getting distracted here. That's Bitcoin. Okay, S&P. So monthly we paused because the 9 came in and they pulled liquidity right here. Now we're at a weekly. We've got a 7 on Tom DeMark on the weekly. And we can also see. Yeah, I just want to keep this trend line here kind of like that as my overhead. I'm actually going to get rid of it for now, but I do like having it. So we had a 7 come in on the weekly, and we've got divergence downward. However, we broke out, which is why I was feeling more bullish. So if I go to a lower time frame, right, especially like a daily, you can see that here was when I got super bullish and we broke out. Let me make this bigger. Super messy chart right now. Okay. And this is where we broke out right here. I got very bullish. We rose up. We hit the 9. We had a slow rise up. And then we hit 3.59. My final target is 5,946. I've talked about this every week for like I feel like a broken record. 5,900 to 6,000 has been my target for a really long time. I've done multiple ABCD potential targets here, like that, and then this, and that leads me to 5,900. Those are my targets in the short term. We are having a pullback, yes. This doesn't look great. I agree. this was a breakdown. However, there is something called a trendline retest, which is what I believe may be happening right now. And we got to drill down to look at our 4-hour chart to see, are there potential divergence coming in here? And I believe there are. This is building potential divergence. I do not believe that. So you need to have a theory on market direction. I do not believe that the Democratic Party, and thereby their connection to all of the establishment, including Powell and Janet Yellen, are going to let this market drop before the election. I don't believe they're going to let it happen. And that is the basis for my theory, along with, the fact that we did not hit this chaos level target up here. That's the basis for my theory of why this is simply a pullback, and pullbacks are to be longed. You can see on the weekly and the daily, we're actually still bullish. This is bullish on RSI. The rest of the lower time frames are bearish. You use this to set up your long. So I've been entering longs here. I think this is where we're going to bounce from. I think the situation with Israel and Iran is a serious situation. Okay, I'm not discounting that at all. But I think the reaction from the market was quite extreme, considering the market knows that Israel has what's called an Iron Dome, and they were going to shoot down all of Iran's missiles. And that's what happened. And I don't think there were like no casualties. Thank God. And Israel says they're going to respond. Something's going to happen. But until that happens, I don't know how much that's going to really affect the markets. And I'm not going to try to figure that out. We could talk about oil. They said they're going to hit the oil sites. So maybe that's going to cause oil to go higher. But there's many ways to manipulate the price of oil. This is the theory that I'm going with. I've stuck with for a while. And I think it's beneficial to look for potential long scenarios. You can see here divergence kind of building, right? You've got a 9 that came in on the 2-hour. You've got MACD slowly bringing in a divergence. Price here flat, really, but RSI is rising. You have a higher RSI, lower price. That's bullish to me. So this is what I want to see. And I think you have a lot of fear in the market, especially in crypto. I would like to see more fear in the stock market. I'm concerned that I'm not seeing that. So that's the one concern that I have. But I'm going to stick with my bull theory. And I think this is the area where you long. You can set your stop below the lows. If we go below these lows, exit the trade. That's it. It's that simple. Okay, let me catch up on what you guys are saying. Hi there. Didn't make much, only had 150. Oh, well, you got to start somewhere. Everyone starts somewhere as long as you made a profit. Yeah, CZ. Yeah, the announcements of war intentions don't really make sense. Like, why do that unless you're trying to impact something? But I don't want to get too political. I want to focus on price action and only on things that are going to affect price. I don't want to talk about like this or that or politics. I don't like to talk about politics at all, because that divides people. And we're a community. I want to bring everyone together. And I want to argue about stuff that we can't actually change. I only want to focus on making money. That's all we care about, is making money. Make money, make money, make money. That's the most important. Yeah, they can't. I mean, Israel's not going to use nukes. It's not going to happen. That's why they always say like that's why there's been no World War III, because they always say it would just end completely because everyone has nukes. So nobody wants to use that. Yeah, thank you, Rocky. I agree. Okay, so that's the S&P. Any questions on the S&P? Otherwise, I'm going to look at a couple stocks and then we'll get into crypto. Yeah, I got lots of crypto over here. See all this? Get Bitcoin trying to break higher. Foreshadowing of what we may talk about. All right, so that's the S&P. We will look at Alibaba because old man said he wanted to. Let's just type Baba. Look at Baba. Woohoo. All right, so this was my original That would have been my range right there. And oh, look at that. We perfectly tagged it. Look at how we perfectly tagged that chaos level. This is why I use this. And if you're curious, what is chaos theory? Just YouTube, look it up. Chaos theory explained. It's like a 30-minute video about how this is everywhere in the universe and works very well in chaotic systems. I haven't seen anyone else in YouTube. I did a chaos RSI crappy video. You could also look at that on our channel. Feel free to watch it. I explain how this works, and I again reference the video that it does a better job of explaining it. But that's the first target. Now, why did this happen? Well, partially because China juiced its economy and Alibaba is part of it. But the main thing was this was a major, amazing long setup. So good that TRI did a research report on it. We have a blog post. Go look at our blog. There's an entire report about this. Well, you should also use Tom DeMark, Cutter. All the indicators I use are the best. Okay? Just do what I do and you will make money. But except don't do one thing. Don't be greedy. I have a bad habit of being greedy. So as long as you avoid being greedy, you'll probably end up being a better trader than me. But I'm getting better. I'm realizing the older I get, the less greedy I am. And I'm just like, I just want peace. I don't want to be stressed. So I'm trying. I'm working on it. Oh, all right. Well, you've been using it longer than me then. I don't use Willy. I use RSI, and RSI is a kind of a derivation. I don't use OBV. I don't think that even like having MACD and RSI is a little bit overkill. I try to only use one momentum indicator. All of those are momentum indicators. So they're all kind of giving you the same thing, but slightly different. If you like to do that, that's fine. Brian likes to use multiple momentum indicators together. I kind of just like to use RSI and then a little bit of MACD because sometimes MACD shows me a divergence that RSI is not showing. I also have a divergent indicator. You can see these down here, like 4C for confirmed divergence in this one. But sometimes those don't pick things up. So I like to have these two. But MACD I try to keep small. I don't use it that often. Yeah. My indicator is better than yours. This is why I like to do the live chats. You guys are great. I love the interaction. So this is Alibaba. Yeah, Brian, go to the blog post. There's a blog on Alibaba. I'm pretty sure. It should be. It was done like 2 weeks ago, a research report on it. Okay, crypto now. I have a question about you. How much percentage of your portfolio is inside a trade? How much in the orders and how much is sitting free in dollars? Well, TRI teaches to not use risk more than 5% on any one trade idea. So you can use as much as you want, just don't lose more than 5% of your portfolio. And in my opinion, even that is kind of extreme. That's what we teach. But I tend to prefer to risk 1 or 2% of my whole portfolio. 1%. You shouldn't risk, I don't think you should risk more than 1 or 2% on any one trade idea, which means that if you take a trade, let's say you buy something at $100 a share, and you buy one share, and you have $100 in your portfolio. That's your whole portfolio. You can go 100% long, but your stop should be at $98 or $99. But if the market gaps down, you're fucked. So you want a bit more of a stop than that. And then you should probably use like $25 of the $100 portfolio. And then your stop is wider, but it's still 1% of your total portfolio. Hopefully that makes sense. That way, if it's 1% every time and you keep scaling it down as you roll back, it keeps you from losing all of your money. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so that's Alibaba. Where do we go from here with that? Let's look at a daily chart. So we hit a 9, right? Consolidation. There's some gaps that need to be filled. I would expect these gaps to be filled. And then I don't see why we wouldn't continue to the upside. So pull back, fill the gaps. Let me look at a weekly chart. Let's take a look at the whole range here. 38.2 is at 164. And chaos is at 150, 8.77 level. I don't see why we couldn't hit that. And you could also say that this is your W area. So this could be your, so 157. They both line up. You can, I could do a whole, watch my video on chaos to get an understanding of how to draw this. But I would say this 150 area would be the next target. So I would wait for, I would look for a gap fill pullback. I mean, I just can't buy up here. I want to see a pullback down here all the way to like $91. And then I would consider a long once I have market structure and things like that. All right, that's Alibaba. That's it. Tesla, I think I want to take a look at Tesla. Tesla doesn't look great on a weekly. You've got a 7 that's come in. It's kind of making a double top. Haven't heard much about the Optimus robots. I've talked about this nonstop about how I expected it to go to $700 or something, but it has to break out. It has to. It can't just flounder like this. The monthly is positive. I like how it looks there. But I don't like this potential double top and now breakdown. We really need to recover. I don't like that we're breaking down on the daily, coming into my trend heuristic channel. And again, going back to this weekly, this is not what I want to see. So not a big fan of Tesla. I would not touch it right now. No long, no trade. If you're already in a long, you can hold it, is fine, I guess. Just hopefully you're in profit and you can set your stop. If we lose the 50 SMA here, then I would exit, because that's kind of like game over. Oh yeah, that's how I feel about it. I mean, you could even go below here and set your stop below 200, because then we also have this trend line. We have 200-day moving average. You have a lot of support all here. It just depends on your risk profile and how much of a drawdown you can handle. But you do have a lot of support in that area. I just don't like how it looks from a long perspective here. See how we hit a 9, by the way, and it rolled over? Works so well. Can you check T? It's AT&T. You want me to check AT&T? Sure. Yeah, I mean, well, all the Chinese stocks took off. That's what happens when a government prints money and injects liquidity into the system. Everything kind of just goes up. So I'm not really surprised. They probably all look the same. It's just like when crypto goes up, all the coins kind of look the same. That's great, Cutter. Sounds like you're doing very well. Hopefully you are living in a mansion with your tap water. Or at least you will be soon. Grega, hello. Welcome. Good to see you. Okay, let's look at Rocky asked for AT&T. Yeah, we're going to get to gold. We will. I'm trying to get to everyone. ATN. What is this AT&T, Rocky? Because when I think of AT&T, I think of the company. AT&T. Do they even have a public stock? What am I looking at? I don't know what. Can we talk about dating? I don't know what you want me to tell you about dating. Okay, Cole, if you want to talk about dating, we can talk about it at the end of the show. So you have to watch for another hour. Someone asked about another stock. Hello, Julian. What was the other one you guys asked about? Where is it? I don't know. I can't find it. AT&T, the symbol is just T. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Okay. Wow. It went on a tear. Why did nobody tell me to long this? Did Brian talk about this and I missed it? Stocks can feel like boomerland for sure. There's a preview of crypto. Get excited. Yeah, holy shit. Why did it go up so much? Big breakout on the monthly. I mean, this is pretty. Right? This was your buy. You just buy here. 18 bucks and then up and away. You also had the trend line breakout, right? Boom there. Oh, why am I yawning? I had a whole coffee. I mean, on a monthly, it looks really good. Like really good. I mean, it could go up $28, $30. Weekly, you have a 9 that came in. I can't buy up here. I can't recommend buying. Would I recommend taking profits? Yes. You took out all these highs, and now you've got a 9. I don't know why you wouldn't take some profits. Like, especially if you bought down here at 15. Like, why not? Why not take some profits? And the daily, for me, this looks like something that is going to potentially break down soon. I mean, the weeklies and monthly are super strong. Don't get me wrong. But it doesn't look, it looks like it could have a pullback to this 50 SMA area. I would take some profits, and then I would see if I can get in a long lower. I would wait for market structure to come in. I mean, really, you don't have to take profits. You could hold long, but between the 7 coming in here, basically creating a divergent double top, plus the weekly having a 9, I think it's overdue for a pullback. Where exactly the pullback will go to, I don't know. Sorry, guys. 1:15 a.m. But I did drink coffee. Yeah, so there's no breakdown yet for me. It could continue higher, but I don't. It doesn't hurt to take some profits. That's all I'm kind of saying. I don't know. It's too extended for me to do anything other than just watch it. But I think it could just keep going up. There's no, as long as this RSI isn't broken down, it can keep going. Yeah, I don't really have a trade though. Sorry. Okay, good point, Brian. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good to interact. I don't know. I can give him some feedback. I think we have before. It's not offensive. It's okay. Appreciate the feedback. Grega, RSI indicator. Well, submit a support ticket in our Discord, and maybe I will answer and potentially share it with you. And this is my custom RSI script. I coded myself. And then this one is a paid indicator from a friend. I can ask him. I think it costs a bit of money, but I can ask if he can share it. Maybe I can get a discount for TRI community if you guys like it. I think it's very helpful. You're welcome. Yeah, I think with live shows, the reason I do it live is because I want to interact with you guys. Okay, so let's look at gold. I know who wanted to look at gold. Who kept asking me about gold? Zurikella. Mr. Zurikella, hopefully you are listening. We are going to look at metals. DXY first. First, I want to look at DXY because that is sort of connected to gold prices. Sort of. DXY is bouncing here. Took out the lows on the monthly chart. Liquidated whoever or whatever. And now we're bouncing. Weekly. Nice bounce. You see, wait, let me go back. See how on time to mark, we had a 9. 9, price paused. Bounced off the 200 weekly moving average. Not really a surprise. I talked about this before. I said it was a potential time like bounce zone. We've got this downtrending line. We rolled this line down. We're bouncing off of it. Daily is bullish breakout right here. This is major bullish move. How far can we go? We're hitting the RSI, or not RSI, 50-day moving average resistance zone. Let's see what our little chaos, although I don't know how well chaos works on like the dollar, but this is kind of the range that you sat in. Maybe a little bit more conservative. Points to 104. So potential move to 104. If I am more aggressive with the range, potential move to 107. Those are kind of your two moves. As long as the dollar is rallying, don't expect, it's going to be difficult for gold to move higher. It's possible, but it's going to be difficult. So that's why I start with this. And then that leads me to celebrating that the Thai baht is finally not going, it's finally like going back down. This looks inverted, but I'm happy because this here, just as a fun fact, not that you guys care, but this happening means that Thailand got 12% more expensive for me. My rent went up 12% this month. Crazy. You guys think you're dealing with inflation? Imagine this. This is my inflation. I don't know how Powell can help me with this. Somebody needs to tell him. Shouldn't be changing rates right now. I need Thailand to lower the interest rates because their currency is too strong. All right, that's just me joking. All right, let's look at gold. Palladium and platinum proxies. I already loaded the physical blags. 200 a month for a mansion. Actually, believe it or not, my place is 70 square meters. And I was paying like 1,200. Now with the currency adjustment, I just paid it yesterday. Wait, I'll tell you guys. So I was paying 1,200 and now it's 1,360 in Bangkok, Thailand. 70 square meters. But I am in like the Times Square of Bangkok. So it's going to be expensive. There's like celebrities that live in my condo and stuff. For me, it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah, it's cheap if you live in like 30 minutes from the center. Then you can get a place. And if you're okay with like 30 square meters. But you can't see it, but my place is actually really big. So I just have like a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. I could have gotten for it's like 2,000 something, 2,500. I could get a 3 bedroom in the same condo. I could get a 3 bedroom, 4 bath with a maid quarters for like 2,500. But it's like 135 or 140 square meters, and I just don't think I need it. It's just me. So I feel like that is a waste of money, especially when like I wouldn't dare to even enter Thailand as a white European. Why would you not come to Thailand as a white European? What's wrong with it? They like white people here. Okay, so gold, let's talk about gold. Yeah, I'm sort of a celebrity, not really. I don't really know if I am a celebrity. Gold is about to hit my 3rd target. So we tagged this, and now we're going to 2,700. Final target is 3,000. Yeah, Cotter, I mean, that sounds amazing. If I was married, that would be amazing. But I think it's good if you have kids and you're married and you just want to be away. But I feel like I would be so bored if I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you should send me some pictures. Maybe you can persuade me. Asia seems scary. I don't travel. Yes, it's scary because you've never traveled. Hi, Ryan. Welcome. It also was scary for me at first, but then I got here and I realized that actually this place is safer than almost any city I've ever been to in the US. Like, it's insanely safe and nobody's going to bother you. So just, hi, Nick. Welcome. Good to have you. So I don't know. I would just try. It's like the most foreigner friendly one in all of Asia. Like everything is just set up for people like you. You're not going to stick out. There's tons of white people here. I actually sometimes hate how many white people there are here. There's too many. And there's other countries where there are not that many white people, but they don't have the lifestyle I require. I want first world lifestyle. This is better than first world. I can order dinner every night and the delivery cost is 50 cents. I pay 50 cents and then for the food. And the food can range from $3 to $50. And I can get durian. I love durian. There's so many good things. And my taxes are really low. Like I would pay like 40% tax in the US. And there's so many super rich, crazy, interesting people here. Like I've met so many multimillionaires. It's shocking. Okay, I'm getting really distracted. There's people on here that don't want to listen about Thailand life. Let's talk about gold and what's gonna happen. Do I have worries about? There's no baboons in Bangkok. It's a modern place. Although I went to the zoo recently. Oh, do you guys know about Moodang? You guys know about the Moodang meme? If you don't, look up Moodang. Moodeng. Moodang. Yeah. I went to the zoo and saw Moodang. That's another thing. I got to go see the baby hippo meme in person. And you know what? It's just a baby hippo. It's nothing. I thought the giraffes were cooler. Yeah, I went and saw that. And it cost it just cost like, I went with my girlfriend, and believe it or not, for her, it was literally like $2 to go in. For me, it was $10. I think it was $10. Maybe it was $8. But it was like quadruple the price. So just understand that sometimes when you go to places, there is outright like racism, and that's fine. It's just the way it is. You think it's ridiculous that people talking about racism in the US. Try coming to Asia. That's real racism. And it's just acceptable. I would like to stuff like, even if you left America, aren't you still taxed for being an American citizen or something? Yes, after. Yeah, Brian. So there's something called foreign earned income exclusion. You can look up FEIE, foreign earned income exclusion, where as long as you like stay out of the US, you're not taxed on it. I mean, there's a small tax, but it's really like almost zero. It's like 1%. So super worth it. It works up to like $140,000. If you're making consistently more than that, then you can set up like there's multiple structures. This is not the place for it, but there's ways around it. Okay, so gold. Weekly chart looks good. 3-day chart looks fine. Daily chart up only. I mean, all I see is up only for now. I don't see anything. I would be hunting longs. I mean, the dollar is rallying, but it's super bullish. Like this looks like it's ready to break out higher. And we can even do like a mini chaos. And that points to 2,800. I would expand it a bit and say like this is the whole range. And you get 2,865. But my final chaos is up here at 3,000. I mean, it looks good to me. I don't see any issues with it. It's just up only still. This was your, I mean, I wish I'd taken this gold trade myself. This was the long right here on the weekly breakout, and then you just long it, and that's it. That was the trade. And it's just pausing, and I think it will move higher. Looks good for a move up, and you're gonna move up to this area. So that's gold. Looking good. Consider more longs. Hello, Jim and Liz. Welcome. Open invite stands. Okay, so that's gold. And Cotter wanted me to look at palladium. Palladium. Is this correct? XPD. I mean, you have an 8 on the Tom DeMark, but I can see RSI broke out. Weekly MACD looks good. What about monthly? Monthly looks okay. Damn. Wow, potential for like 3,000. That's crazy. Daily, bit of a pullback here. A little bit of a breakdown on the daily. Not a fan of how that's looking. I mean, long term, it looks good. In the short term, yeah, I mean, I think I don't mind a long here. I think this is your trade is just like this. You just buy long right here, Set your stop below the lows. And then depending on the amount of leverage how long you want to hold this. I mean, you could hold it as long as you want, I guess. Oops. Initial chaos target 1,168. So we could just target up there. And you get a 5.69 to 1 risk reward. It's a good trade. I like it. Thank you, Cotter. Stamp of approval. Stamped. This is my Whoop, by the way. If you care about fitness, you're obsessed with it like me, consider a Whoop. Expensive subscription, but I think I don't like wearing rings. I think it would get in the way of my like workout. So I prefer this. It's great for tracking, like when I'm not sleeping, like right now. Okay, I'm gonna save this so I don't lose it, and I'm gonna, yeah, maybe I'll set some alerts to remind myself. Add alert here and add an alert here. My HRV is, wait, Cole, I will tell you. Cotter, that's good. Nice. My average HRV is really high. I don't know why it's so high. Yesterday, 150. Usually I'm in like the 150 to, so this was like the other day. You can see it, 164, my HRV. I don't know if you can see that, but it's 150 to 165. Yeah, I don't know why it's so high. Everyone says that. I know people that are like 50, 60, 40, and mine is just 165. I don't think it means anything. I think it's just individual to everyone, and you just watch the movements up and down. Like if I drink alcohol, like even 2 drinks, my HRV just goes to shit, and that's how I know don't drink alcohol. So yeah, I'm very sensitive to that kind of shit. 1,000 to 126. How can your HRV, you can measure it? Like HRV needs to be like an average. Yeah, my HRV turns into a shitcoin if I drink even like 2 drinks. And that's actually what got me to stop drinking alcohol. Cheeto Jesus coin. Well, that's a shitcoin, so we'll look at that last. Oh, very nice. Cotter. Cotter, you are the winner. I think you are consistently seemingly the best trader here, and I wish that you would do a show every week. I would sponsor that and watch it. Okay, so that's palladium. Did you want us to look at another metal? What did you ask? You wanted me to look at something. Palladium and what? What was the other one? Okay, palladium and platinum. Platinum. Okay, let's look at platinum. So far, I already like palladium better. Platinum looks like it hasn't done that much. It's kind of been like flat since 2017. Really not that much movement. Maybe I need a better, is there a better chart? Julian and Cotter, you mean Chris and Cotter? Digibite. How about a Digimon? Do you guys remember Digimon? Oh, you're right, it is coiling. Look at that. Now I've got more history. When is it gonna finally move higher though? Yeah, so you get a double. I think it can double. But personally, I like palladium better. I think it has a much better upside. It seems to move faster. But I mean, there is a breakout on this monthly. It looks really bullish. Weekly also looks bullish. Daily looks good. Yeah, I don't see why you can't just long this. It could go. Yeah, I think long term they both look really good. You can't go wrong. Certainly better than certainly better than holding dollars. And some might say better than crypto. All right. So that was metals. We talked about DXY, we talked about the S&P and some stocks. You guys have waited long enough. It's now been 50 minutes. We can finally talk about crypto. We will start with Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? What is happening with this insanity? Let me go to a slightly, I want to put this on I want this on a weekly time frame. Let me bring it up. Okay, let's go to a weekly. So the question is, what is going on here? Well, actually, I want to go even higher. I want to go to a 1 month chart. The one thing that happened that I think not enough people talk about. Wait, God damn it. Why is it still showing? Okay. The one thing that I think happened that not enough people are talking about is, wait, sorry. Okay. The one thing that happened that I think not enough people are talking about is that a TD9 came in on the monthly. So that put a massive pause, although it didn't work last time. I don't know how much credit I can give it, but it happened here and then the market eventually reversed. And now it happened here and we're pausing for quite an extended period of time. However, the bullish uptrend is still intact right there, just barely. Look at that, just barely. We need to reverse soon. Otherwise, this breaks down. That's your sign. We need to reverse. Maybe we get a massive wick. Doop, like that. And then this. Maybe everyone's dreams come true and they can buy at 30K. Who knows? I kind of doubt it. All right, weekly chart. Also, we had a 9 come in. So we've been just consolidating. And we've got our downtrend. MACD looks like shit. And RSI. At least we are on the other side with RSI. We are on the other side. This was the breakout right here. The last 3 weeks. And people were super bullish, including me. I was like, bull, bull, bull. And then we came up and we tagged the top of the trend line. And what was there waiting for us at the top? Well, I was going to say a time to mark 9, but it actually wasn't. So we tagged the top of the trend line and then we quickly reversed. Let me clean up my lines. So, yeah, like this. Okay, maybe someone in Iran really wanted to buy Bitcoin lower. So they're like, well, let's just fire some missiles. Let's just do it. We're not going to hurt anyone. Nothing's going to happen. But guys, we can get Bitcoin for cheaper. We don't want it to break out. We missed it. So let's just fire a couple missiles. Nobody's going to get hurt. We'll announce it 5 days in advance. And then when Bitcoin rolls over and all the altcoins go to shit, we can buy it and we can make a bunch of money and then we can buy more missiles. Maybe that's what's happening, right? Possible. Anyway, it was top of the trend line, rejection from there, and you've got your rollover that's happened. If we go lower on a 12-hour chart, we've got a TD9 that's come in. However, the chart still looks really bullish, MACD especially. RSI looks kind of like it's basing. I need to go to a 4-hour to see a little bit better, kind of the forest through the trees. And to me, it just looks like we're still locked in this downtrend. However, we're trying to reverse. $36.66. Okay, good to know, Cotter. Thank you. Time for crypto. Crypto, yes. So, look. I think this reaction is overblown. I think it's on purpose. This is the final washout before we go higher. The question is, how far do they want to go? And right now, and here's why I don't think it's going to go that low. And if it does, it's going to be extremely fast because you want to keep this daily uptrend intact, right? This was your This was your breakout right here. See how price quickly accelerated to the upside? And now we've got our pullback, but as long as we are above this trend line here, as long as we're above this trend line here, the bull is still intact. And I don't think they want to destroy this potential bullish structure. We are below the 50 SMA. We are below the 200. So you have destroyed some bull structure there, but the RSI uptrend is still intact. And that's a good thing to see. 7 people died. Oh, that is very sad. I thought nobody died. There was a terror attack in the train station. You know, that sucks. Very sorry to hear. I didn't know that. Now I'm thrown off track because I'm disappointed. I didn't think anyone died. Okay. Yeah. So, anyone dying anywhere because of some kind of violence is never a good thing. Okay, let's money making money market. I don't want to get distracted. Oh, getting blurry here. Okay, so this, I think they want this uptrend to stay intact, and if we get a pullback, it's going to be very fast. Now here I have fibs from the lows all the way here. We're sitting at this 50% level. Now I understand that I could draw the fib like that, but then it doesn't really make sense. So if I draw it like this, then it's 50% level. And I think it makes a lot more sense. And I think I don't believe in being super strict with my fibs. I believe in adjusting it a little bit to fit the levels that make sense. And this is what makes the most sense to me right now. So we're sitting at my 50% level, what I consider, and actually 50% is not a fib. We're just sitting at the 50% level. I always get corrected about that. I shouldn't say 50% is a fib. It's not. We're sitting here and the market is deciding if it wants to turn bullish or rip people lower with a bear move. Now, something to keep in mind is liquidation heat map, right? I always talk about this, and I see lots, ever since I showed this, you guys are posting it in the Discord. I see it, a lot of posting. Okay, let's not post about people dying. It's just, you know, I don't, yeah. I don't function well when I hear about people dying, and I'm sorry that it happened. Okay, so there is a liquidation at 59,700 area that could be taken out. Yeah, this 59,000. I think they have to hit this. They have to. You can't go up until this is hit. We need to take out these 59K people. I think all of this needs to be taken out. There's not a lot up here. It's all the way up here. This is your big levels. But down here, I think they want to take out these liquidations all here. Your chart are like liquid gold. Okay, thank you. I've never heard someone say that. I appreciate it. So I think we're going to take out this for sure, 59,700. It just would be if we're going to go up, Bitcoin always likes to do, basically anytime Bitcoin's going to go up, you get one final wick down, and then you get a super fast reversal, and then you move up. It's just what happens every time. There's like 1 or 2 times where it didn't happen, but most of the time it happens. Like here, we came down and initially wicked, and then the second one we never went to a new low before going to new highs. So that's another potential that can happen. But you can see, like, once we got up here, we ranged a bit, we came down, and then we quickly went higher again, and we moved up, and we just did that. We can even go back here, and you can see how they daggered down here and then reversed. I don't really have a good, like, I want to show a major move scenario. Like down here, we rolled over, and then they took out right down here. They did this, we ranged, had a fake out to the upside, range for a while. Then we took out everything to the downside here. And then we just went straight up. Pulled back a bit, straight up, pulled back a bit, and then just insanity. But this was the big move that took out the entire range. So I'm thinking something along these lines could happen before, if it's going to be the big move to the upside, I'm thinking that needs to happen. But maybe we only pull back down to this like 50, 58, 57 area, and then we move up. We do have this midpoint, which has acted as a bit of a support and resistance. You can see here, 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 support, support, and then resistance on the other side, and then move up, and that kind of thing. So be careful with your longs, especially like leverage down here. Extremely dangerous, I know from experience. But it does seem like it's trying to turn around. It's just very, very, very messy. On a 1 hour chart, if I look at this RSI downtrend, it looks like it's trying to break out. It does. But I'm not going to recommend like crazy longs here. I think you're stuck and you need to see the S&P rally, and then Bitcoin might follow along, but it needs to go above 6,200 and hold above that level. It's not, until then, you've got a downside risk. However, there's so many people that are bearish that I don't think you're going to get your 48, 36, whatever K targets. And it's not going to happen. Likely you'll come down to the 61.8. We'll tag it. We'll liquidate people as I showed here. We'll hit these liquidations. We'll come down a bit, get people to panic. And then we'll reverse up. And then that's it. And then we go to new all-time highs. It's that simple. Right here, 61.8. Potential to go here, 56. It could. That's I don't see it going lower than that. Right here is like line in the sand, 100% long for me. I don't see a reason for price. I mean, let me see something really quick. Wait, let me just check. Let's go to like a 6 month and 1 year liquidation levels. There are these liquidation levels. They're so old. Can they really push it down that far? There are liquidation levels down here, but the bigger one is to the upside. Yeah, you can see there's a lot down here at like 30K, that kind of stuff. But I just don't see it. I really don't. I think you're better off looking at 58K and 56K, trying to get a fill, setting a tight stop. And if it goes lower and you get stopped out, no big deal. But if you don't buy here and it does bounce, where do you buy? Maybe you're screwed. Maybe you're going to have to chase and enter way later. Yeah, I wouldn't get liquidated. I would avoid that. I don't recommend being liquidated. Yeah, Bitcoin has to F over everyone. I agree with that. I agree. But this is what I'm looking at for now. And I think crypto Twitter and a lot of people are already super bearish. I showed you here. Here's Bitcoin fear and greed. We're already in fear. We're fear. We went from greed to fear, like in 48 hours. Boom. We're greedy. Oh no, we're scared. Now we don't want to buy. That's what you want. You want fear to fuel the upside. Yeah, and alts are fucked. We could definitely bounce here. There's no reason. We don't have to make new lows. We can bounce from here. So we either do this and we bounce, or we do this and we bounce, or we just go up from here. Those are my kind of 3 scenarios. I don't see us going lower than any of these. I'll be shocked. There has to be some kind of black swan event to cause that. So I don't want to get too bearish. I think if you read on crypto, a lot of people are super bearish on crypto Twitter, and I think it's the wrong standpoint to have. I think we can go up. You go up from here. I'm in longs. I'm my forever back, so I don't care where it goes. Just show me where people get fucked, and I'll buy a lot more. Well, I think if we go lower, a lot of people are going to get fucked. If we go higher from here, I think people are just going to get left behind. That's all. But if we go lower, I think there's a lot of people that might get fucked. Either way, people are going to somebody's going to be screwed. Not a good idea. People bearish, exhausted, quitting crypto. Yeah, exactly, Grego. So that's when price should go up, right? All right. What coins do you guys want to look at? Like we can look at, you know what? Let's just look at total 3, because total 3 encompasses basically all the shit coins. Like anything except memes. Memes are in a whole nother category, but total 3 represents basically everything else. Like they're all going to look like this. Yeah, I can look at Sui. Have you sold your leverage rune? If yes, are you now buying them again at the bottom? No, I'm still in those leverage trades. Zerkilla. I'm still in them. Yeah, so I'm in them. It's fine. I got stopped out. I reopened them, and I'm holding. And we can talk about it for now, but you know, they're not big positions. They're not too big at this point, because I think it's very risky right here. So they're not crazy, but I'm like spot long a lot, but I do have them on. Okay, so total 3 weekly chart is bearish, but it's trying to reverse. Right? See? Trying to reverse here. Actually, it's a retest. So this was the breakout, and now we're retesting it. If we go to a daily, right? So here's our weekly daily chart. It doesn't look like a retest here. It looks like a full-on breakdown. But the daily uptrend is still intact. All right. Get rid of this. Still intact. We did break down from the SMA, 50 SMA. I'm not happy about that. And we are at the 50%. We tagged the 61.8. Keep in mind, this is total 3. So this applies to most altcoins. Altcoins. So I'm not going to become super bear yet, because we didn't break down. There's no super hard, insane break of bull structure. And look at this 4-hour. And just this 4-hour looks like it's trying to put in a bottom and reverse. We've got a 7 that's coming in. We've got RSI trying to bottom out. And if I go to lower time frames, look at MACD. Look at how price is decreasing, but MACD is increasing. So we have potential for bullish divergence here. It's looking good. And this is why I'm longing down here. I'm not shorting. I'm not selling my spot. I'm putting on long trades. We might get stopped out, and then I'll just re-enter down here. So if I get stopped here, I'll just let it roll over, take out probably these lows, and I'll re-enter down here at 78.6. That's why I have these. These would be my entry zone. This is actually reload zone. This is the area to buy. I'm just front running. Is it going to work out? I don't know. Maybe. But I don't want to miss the trade. I don't want to miss the upside. So that's total 3, and that basically applies to any coin. But you guys wanted me to look at a couple, so I will look at Sui. By the way, if you guys want access to this all the time, just join TRI. And if you're not a member, just join. It's free trial, free 30-day trial. Just join. You can ask us questions, submit support tickets, whatever. Brian's always in there. I'm in there, but not as much as Brian likes to remind me. I don't post enough, so I will try to do more. But yeah, if you're not a member, just press the button. 30-day free trial. Just do it. It's great. We always appreciate more people. Okay, so let's look at Sui first, and then we'll do Rune. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sui. Sui? So you do have a 7 that came in. Ooh, what an ugly chart. This doesn't look like total 3 for sure. 9 on the 3-day. Daily uptrend is still intact. That's good. This was your range at the bottom. I guess that would kind of be your... It's an ugly range. It's a very hard range to draw chaos off of. And you could say that's your range, and we tagged the chaos level. I mean, look, the uptrend's still intact. No different than total 3. Bad breakdown on the 1 hour. I don't like it at all. Very bad breakdown. Look, if the rest of the market goes up, this will go up. But as of right now, I wouldn't buy this. I think it looks like crap. I don't like it. I think there's much better coins out there. Why are you guys, so many people are talking about this. I saw, like, why? What is the big selling point? I don't know anything about it. Okay, next one. Chris asks CFG. I'm gonna try to go in order of when you guys asked me to look at coins. CFG USDT. And I'm gonna try not to fall asleep. 2 a.m. I had coffee, but for some reason I'm still tired. All right, centrifuge. This looks similar to total 3. It's just trying to put in the bottom. Look at that. 4 hour looks good for bottom formation. And then there's basically your potential W. If this can push up, boom, you're going to 42 cents. I think, again, there's coins that will give you a higher percent return. But this one looks all right. Similar to total 3. Yeah, sorry to hear about that, old man. It happens. But you're still here. You know, you can join TRI free trial. And you can still learn from watching other people in the community. I only use MACD for divs on the histogram. That's it. I don't use it for anything else. I try to not use momentum indicators too much. I just try to mostly use price action. Okay, well, you could pay the monthly fee. It's not that much. Cheaper than most places, considering the amount of, like, personal stuff that Brian answers. Okay, so I'm getting distracted. Okay, Grega asked FTM Room and Gala. Okay, FTM. Oh, FTM also had a 7 come in. And breakdown. Not looking that strong. I see monthly chart. Monthly just looks like meh to me. Daily's starting to break down. It definitely needs to push up. Otherwise, this is game over here. You're at, like, the last line in defense. It looks really bad in a 4 hour. Oh, no reversal at all. So you notice how the other ones we looked at had, like, that. They're kind of putting in W's. But FTM's not at all. This is very weak. 1 hour it is. It's putting in some. But I don't like how the 4 hour looks. I think it does have a 7 that's come in. I understand the appeal, but I think there are better coins than this. It's going to go up when everything else goes up, but I don't know if you get the huge move you're looking for from this one. I think there are other coins that can do better. Rune, okay, obviously I have Rune here. So weekly chart. So Rune went green on the weekly chart in the past 2 weeks. And as you can see, major reversal This does not look good. If it continues pushing lower, that kind of ruins the entire bullish structure. So that's why I can't make the case for it being pushed lower than this. I think this is kind of the limit. You can maybe go a little bit lower in the short term, but then bounce back. I don't think it would be devastating if you held like down here at like below $4. That would be devastating for the structure here. But as of right now, the upside is just barely hanging on. Just barely. And you're sitting at, of your entire range, you're sitting at 50% level. Looks familiar. And you're sitting at right above the 50 SMA. And my trend heuristic is exactly where I would like it to be for a pullback. And saying, hey, this is the area to buy me. And there's the downtrend line. Still in a downtrend though. On the 4 hour, I would definitely say it's still in a downtrend. No uptrend just yet. But if we go to like a 2 hour, you can see it's kind of starting to try to reverse here. And then it rolled over again. But that's why you want to wait for a full crossover. And if you're not waiting for that, it's going to, head lower like it is. But you've got a 8 on the 2 hour. You got a 7 on the 4 hour. And you got a 7 on the 1 hour. So a lot of Tom DeMark confluence coming in here, indicating that there's potential for a strong reversal in the near future. But maybe you need to liquidate people on the lows, in the lows first. I mean, if we look at liquidation heat map, rune. Guys, I think I'm only gonna do like 2 more. I'm getting really tired. It's been like hour and 15 minutes, which is, you guys deserve it because you waited. But I think I'm gonna just keep yawning, and it's too much. So rune, they might tag like 4.4, even 4.35 to take out some of these liquidation levels before moving higher. So just something to keep in mind. But from a technical perspective, it looks like it's trying to eventually reverse. It's just consolidating and slow grind down. But once you get that push, something like that should happen. And I'll just pull back like this and then kind of like that. That's what I could see happening. Okay, that's rude. A bunch of people asked about SEI. Well, Gal asked. So let me look at that. And then I would look at Litecoin and Link, and then I think we're gonna call it a night. I'm just too sleepy. Yeah, this looks exactly the same as some of the others. But daily uptrend is it's still in check. Oh, sorry guys. Too tired. 4 hours still in a downtrend. It's exactly the same as rune. I really don't see a big difference here. Trying to reverse, but no guarantee yet. I would wait for that reversal and confirmation before putting on a trade. If you're desperate to put on the trade now, that's fine. You can. Just understand that you need to set a stop below the lows. And if the lows get breached, you're going to get taken out. And that could happen 2, 3, 4 times. So just keep that in mind. And if we even go up to here, it's 24% return just to get back close to the top leaders. LTC and Link. This is just videos of me yawning. – 2 a.m. here. Wait, guys. Okay. Yeah. This doesn't look that different than what I looked at already with total 3. Weekly's being supported, kind of putting in a bit of a div, but not a strong one. I don't like the pullback on the daily. It doesn't look amazing, but the 4-hour looks like it's trying to put in a bottom to reverse and then move higher. The question is, where will it move up to? Well, this has been our massive consolidation that's been going on forever with Litecoin, and upside would probably be up to here, somewhere like 98 bucks. That would be my upside target. Actually, this makes more sense where you tag the 1.618 level, and then that would put the target at 92, right above these previous highs. That would make sense for Litecoin to tag that. So you could always buy here, just set your stop below the lows and understand if they're breached, you could go a good amount lower. Just keep that in mind. Okay, Link and then Pepe. Yes, I promised I would look at some meme coins, so I need to keep that promise. Link looks the same as Litecoin. Daily chart uptrend still intact, but about to break down. Needs recovery soon to save that uptrend. And then lower time frames are kind of a mess, but they do seem to be putting in a bottom, especially on like 4-hour, where you've got a TD8 coming in. But no real full cross yet. That's why I think it's a risk. Just keep that in mind. Okay, Pikachu wants Pepe. Pepe. Last one, guys. I mean, it's a meme, so I don't know how much you can expect on this. Like, it broke out on the other side. Now it's just coming down and retesting that breakout. So that's healthy. This is a healthy retest, right? Just like that. Bullish uptrend still intact. I guess the biggest question is, where do we go from here? And I think that's where chaos comes in handy. And that puts the target at basically a double from here, more than a double. So your target is up here. Stop is down here. Gives you a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio and potential return of 140%. Not bad. Not bad. I think there's still potentially better coins, but it's not terrible. Yeah, I need to go to sleep too. Sorry for starting late, guys. Just too many technical difficulties and distracted with the market insanity. So yeah, hopefully shouldn't happen again. Glad that you enjoyed it, Jim and Liz, and good to see you guys. I will be trying to do these live shows every week, maybe earlier sometimes. I don't know about the exact time. Hopefully it's not a big deal. For an hour to an hour and a half. I think that works better. Just make them public. And if you guys want to talk to me throughout the rest of the week, you just join the Discord and you can reach out to me. And that's how we stay in touch. Free trial, like I said. If you're new to this, thank you for watching it, making it through. If you're not, you're an existing member like Cotter and Rocky. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys. You guys are the ones that make TRI a great place. Without you guys, it would, obviously it would be just me, Brian, and Stuart talking to ourselves, which we do enough of already, trust me. All right. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Try to get away from the computer, exercise, reset, all that stuff. And I will see you on the site. And if not, I will see you here, hopefully on time, next week. All right. Bye, guys. See you.